At a certain point in life, we no longer trouble ourselves with winning or losing. We choose silence, a gentle smile, and we walk through every pressure with serenity in the heart. That is not weakness. It is the choice of one who has understood life. Happiness does not arise from struggle, but from the peace within our own minds. Amid the clutter of life, we long only for the years to pass in quiet stillness. May this lifetime be peaceful for ourselves and for the ones we love, for sometimes living simply is the way we touch the deepest sense of fulfillment. Life, by its nature, is never easy. Every household has its own story. Every person carries their own pain. Do not blame others for not helping you. Do not be angry because they did not care for you. In this world, everyone must go through their own joys and sorrows. Each of us must feel these things on our own. On the road of life, we will always have to walk forward alone. The one who can help us best is none other than our own self. When your heart feels unsettled, do not make things harder for yourself. In this human life, aside from birth and death, everything else is small and passing. As long as the sun still rises each day, there is no abyss you cannot overcome. Life is tiring enough as it is. Why burden your heart even more? Emotions cannot solve any problem. Think more openly. Take things more lightly. Simplify what can be simplified, and you will feel happier. Let go of worry. Keep your mind at ease. Let each day's peace wash away what is unpleasant, so the mind may remain pure and clear. Someone once said that the one who knows how to let go is the happiest. Suffering does not come from fate or from others. It arises from within ourselves. If you know how to let go, life becomes simpler and more joyful. Some people fall into despair because their hearts carry too many burdens, too many thoughts, too many sorrows. In the end, they become trapped and collapse. Life is never simple. Sometimes you must release certain things, certain stories, so you can stand up again and continue your path. Clinging only keeps you drowning in suffering, forever living in misfortune. Once you know how to let go, you will see that life still holds many beautiful things waiting ahead. Surely, at least once, you have asked yourself, why is it that the things we need to remember, we cannot remember, and the things we want to forget never fade? A merchant once sought out a monk. He said, "Master, many times I want to let everything go because I am exhausted, but I cannot. Can you help me?" The monk gave him a cup of water and told him to hold it. Then he slowly poured hot water into the cup. The water overflowed, burned the man's hand, and the cup fell and shattered. The monk said gently, "If you wish to let go of anything, let it go before it harms you. Do not wait until disaster comes, for then it is already too late." The question is, why should we let go from the beginning when we do not yet know whether things will turn out good or bad? In this life, only we ourselves know when to hold on and when to put something down. Some things, with patience and perseverance, may bring sweet fruit, but some matters will never yield results. The deeper we step in, the more pain we receive. Letting go becomes an unavoidable choice, sooner or later, but humans are stubborn. We cannot simply let go the moment we wish to. Deep within each of us lie wounds and silent pains that we face alone in the quiet of night. We often say that time heals all wounds, but in truth, that is only a gentle lie to soothe ourselves. Time is not medicine. It cannot heal the heart. Time is indifferent. Only the mind carries intention. When enough time has passed, our thoughts soften, our emotions settle, and when the mind finds a bit of peace, we can finally be forgiving. Finally release the sorrows and resentments of the past. Looking back on life as drifting clouds and passing wind, we realize that what cannot be held no longer needs to bind us. Thus, it is not time that heals the heart, but the moment when you yourself choose to let go. Only by releasing all sorrow can the heart open wide and see the beauty ahead. Happiness or suffering is yours to choose. If you cherish what you have, you will not waste time nor let life slip away. If we learn to let go in this very life, let go of fame and gain. Let go of resentment and petty grudges. Release schemes and calculations. Abandon the habits of greed, anger, and delusion. We will naturally find joy and serenity within. Sometimes we bow our heads simply to see more clearly the path we are walking. Many people realize they carry too many things that bring no peace, yet they still cannot put them down. Learn to let go of a few things, and your heart will find ease. Be gentle with yourself. Be calm, and you will feel the change day by day. First, let go of pressure. Weariness or not depends on your own mind. If the inner room of the heart is not swept clean, it will be covered in the dust of the world. Clearing away that dust brightens what has grown dim. Seeing things clearly helps you dissolve your sorrows, casting away a few meaningless pains. Your heart will fill with happiness. Second, let go of the past. Only when you release the past can your heart welcome new joy, and your mind begin to change. So from this moment on, learn to stay calm. Learn to accept the truth. Learn to face difficulties with a steady, peaceful mind. Learn to look at life with kinder eyes. Learn to see the goodness hidden in every event. Third, let go of negativity. Negative thoughts can destroy you from within. If you wish to become someone successful, stand up and let the positive defeat the negative. Let nobility overcome narrowness. Let sincerity defeat pretense. Let courage overcome weakness. Let greatness overcome pettiness. With effort, you can make your life better by your own hands. Fourth, let go of resentment. Complaining accomplishes nothing. There is no success that has not passed through failure. Resentment and anger only block the path ahead. Release resentment. Let the breath settle in peace. Accept failure. Then continue striving. Only then can hope begin to grow. Fifth, let go of pettiness. Tolerance is a beautiful virtue. To forgive others is to open a spacious path for yourself, and also to forgive your own heart. Life is not only about holding on, it is also about letting go, because when your hand grips too tightly, it holds nothing. But when it loosens, the whole world rests within it. Learn to let go. You will live a happier, more peaceful life. Release what is called hatred. Blame no one. Hold no bitterness. Our fate unfolds as it must. Life is impermanent. What we owe, we eventually repay. Let go of the sadness you carry. Bury the troubles that weigh on your spirit. Live gently beside this life. Do not trouble your heart with gossip or noise. Release the injustices you have endured, so the heart may soften its quiet grief. For all things in this world are destined to change. Nothing lasts forever. Let go of fear. Let go of frailty. When you fall, learn how to rise again. There are things you may not want to forget, but you should not let them become burdens. If you can, do not lament your fate. Let winds carry away your worries and sorrows. Life is short. We have not yet loved enough. Why waste the heart on moments of anger? If you can, relax your whole being. Live with kindness and inner strength, for it is true, what we give is what remains forever. Be content, and the mind will settle into ease. If you can let your spirit drift gently with the wind, if you can let things go, you will discover countless moments of joy and peace. Even if small, they make this life immeasurably serene. As long as you keep for yourself moments that flow softly, without noise, without disturbance, amid the marketplace of life, rest quietly in your own peace. Let worries drift away with the rustling wind. Take things lightly, and joy will come. A person's maturity is not measured by age, but by the state of their mind. One does not need to experience everything to be mature. What matters is how we respond to each moment, when living or working with others. When seeing someone's faults, reflect on your own. When hearing something unpleasant about someone, feel compassion for their difficulties. The lighter our view, the less suffering we create. The more spacious our hearts, the more joy can enter. In life, nothing is always smooth and perfect. Nothing is flawless. When misunderstandings arise, instead of arguing, smile, walk past it, and let time reveal the truth. We only need to fulfill our own responsibilities. Everything else will naturally fall into place. Life needs quiet space for the soul to rest. Speaking too much leads to mistakes. Rushing about creates unnecessary trouble. Instead of endless chatter, why not reflect on your own heart? Instead of blaming heaven and earth, why not focus on what you must do? What can disturb us are the people and things we cling to. What can hurt us are the pains we refuse to release. If you stay gentle and joyful, who could be angry with you? If you do not care or cling, who could trouble your heart? A lifetime's joys and sorrows will all pass. Taking things too seriously only brings suffering. If we want a joyful life, we must practice letting go lightly. If you cannot shine like the sun, at least offer a little light like the stars. If you wish to be happy, learn to think openly and see farther. A spacious heart is a blessing. Taking things lightly brings peace. What is not your burden? Let it go. Wealth or poverty, beauty or ugliness, are scattered everywhere. Right and wrong flow endlessly in this world. As long as we remain entangled, the heart cannot be at ease. The future, the heavens and the earth, all unfold as they must. Sorrow and worry, and life loses its joy. The road of life is never smooth. Accept impermanence, and live more lightly. Sometimes I ask myself, why is life not as joyful as I had hoped? A quiet voice within replies, too much sorrow, too little clarity, too much chasing, too little contentment, too much concern, too little letting go. We humans are already small and fragile. When we fill our hearts with love and hate, attachment and resentment, how can there be space for peace and happiness? Again, I ask myself, why does love cause such deep pain? My heart answers, once we are moved, the mind is split in two. Half is ourselves. The other half belongs to them. From that moment, we are no longer whole. Our smiles depend on them. Our tears no longer answer only to us. Heartache means your heart has been touched. Pain arises because your care has been placed in another. Yet still, I do not understand. Why is life so difficult to choose? The heart explains, wanting to have everything, being unwilling to release anything, is the common illness of humankind. In truth, choices are simple. Choose what you love, and love what you choose. Whether work or affection, once the choice is made, let there be no regret, no resentment. I wonder again, why is the body so weary? My heart echoes, as humans, who can walk this world without exhaustion. Is there any path lined only with roses? Some quietly endure, solve everything on their own, and walk through hardships in silence. Others cry loudly, complaining at every step. When facing suffering, be a little more optimistic. When facing obstacles, be a little more calm. And no matter what happens, it will all pass. I ask myself, how should one live to live well? The heart answers, with others be sincere. With work give your best. With affection be steadfast. With yourself be spacious and kind. In every day, every month, every year. Do not forget to try. Do not fail the love you receive. Wherever life takes you, be a good person. A person of conscience in this life. What does it matter if we gain or lose? We are all only travelers passing through this dusty world in love. What does it matter if we meet or part? We are all just witnesses to the unfolding of fate in wealth. What does it matter if it is much or little? In the end, we can only use it, move it around. It is never truly ours. At birth, we bring nothing with us. At death, we take nothing away. So why cling so heavily to it? Friends or family meeting each other is due to karma. Parting ways has its own reasons. If someone wants to go, why hold on? Some things are meant to be forgotten. Some burdens are meant to be set down. Why keep thinking, only to suffer more? With certain people, it is not that we do not know how to keep them. But once they wish to leave, even deep affection cannot hold them back. With certain matters, it is not that we did not give everything, but what does not belong to us, no matter how much we calculate or plan, will never be ours to command. So live with sincerity. Let your heart be true and without shame. Do your work with effort, clarity, and integrity. The rest, let karma turn. Receive whatever comes. If it is sweet, it has its meaning. If it is bitter, it carries its own peace. Turn the mind inward to examine the world. Then turn inward again to examine the heart. Be gentle with yourself, and let that gentleness flow into all of life. Few people in this world can be perfectly kind, perfectly compassionate. To live without shame is to live with empathy and understanding. When life feels hopeless, when everything seems blocked, be still, smile gently, and say to yourself, my dear self, relax a little. This is only a bend in the road, not the end of it. Everything we have in this life is temporary. If things go smoothly, enjoy them, for they will pass quickly. If things go poorly, do not worry, for they will not last. Virtue is not a spare wheel we take out to impress others. Virtue must be the steering wheel, guiding us along this temporary journey through life. When someone helps you solve a problem, say thank you, but do not place eternal trust in them. For when they can no longer help, you must still trust in your own strength. Old friends are gold. New friends are diamonds. If you have diamonds, do not forget the gold. For to keep a diamond safe, you always need gold to hold it. Friendship is like a book. It takes only minutes to burn it, but years to write. Worry cannot remove tomorrow's troubles, but it can steal today's peace. So live simply, speak kindly, love sincerely. We all know a car's windshield is far larger than its rearview mirror. Life is the same. The past is never more important than the future. But sometimes we look back to learn, to understand today, and to find direction for tomorrow. And remember, when we pray for others, the universe listens. It sends our gentle energy to those we hold in our hearts. So when you feel peace, when you feel happiness, perhaps someone, somewhere, has prayed for you at times. Look at the world with the eyes of a child. See innocence. Hear love from deep within. Only then does loneliness fade. In this life, honesty and kindness are essential. Goodness is the bright moon within each heart. It lights the sky of the spirit, touching and softening every soul that walks beneath it. A kind thought is a seed. A kind heart is a flower. A kind action is a sweet fruit. Each person is born with a seed of goodness. If nurtured daily, it grows into a great tree. Some lose this seed and become cold, indifferent. Some stain it and become harsh, cruel. There is no one who does not need kindness. No one is beyond being touched by compassion. Even hearts, as hard as iron, as cold as ice, will one day soften, warm again, because of a single moment of human goodness. Doing good is not like depositing money in a bank. A truly kind person does not care about interest or reward. The highest state of goodness is doing good without thinking about outcomes, without expecting repayment. In this life, there are moments when too many choices appear before us. And humans, because we desire perfection, also want perfect choices. Choices worthy of the image we hold of ourselves. We want to be the best, and we want to choose the best. One day, a young student and an old teacher spoke together about perfection. The student passionately shared his desire to search for the perfect thing. The teacher listened quietly, then gently said, "May I ask you to try something?" "Yes, Master, I am willing. In front of us is a field of grass. Please pick, for me, the most beautiful blade of grass, the one you consider perfect. But there is one condition. You may only walk forward. You may not turn back." The student stood up and began searching for perfection. With his very first step, he saw a blade of grass, fresh and green. He reached to pick it, but stopped, because he looked ahead and saw many others that seemed even more perfect. He walked on, a second step, a third, a fourth, and each time he bent down to choose, but then lifted his eyes and saw something better ahead. On and on he searched, always looking for a blade of grass more perfect than the last. He did not realize that in his endless searching, he had already reached the far end of the field there, with only a small patch of grass left. He finally picked the best one he could find and returned to the teacher. His face no longer showed excitement. Perhaps he had understood the meaning behind the task. Silently, he handed the blade of grass to the teacher. The teacher smiled, asked the student to sit, and kindly said, "You see, my dear, if you had known contentment and not searched endlessly, you would have found a blade far more perfect than this one." Many people in life are the same. Because they keep searching, they lose the precious chances right before them and later regret. "Reflect on today's lesson," the teacher said softly. "Remember it well. Have you ever sat silently and simply observed the world? You may realize that life never stops changing, like waves that endlessly kiss the shore. Often, waves of worry and unease come far more frequently than waves of joy and peace. Perhaps that is why some people say while reading the news, no news is good news. But strangely, even when the sea is calm and the waves are still, many people do not see it as happiness. They cannot sit quietly. They must stir up storms within themselves, to feel alive, to be noticed, to be seen. That is the human heart so impoverished. Do we live as beggars of the soul, seeking happiness in suffering, only to become victims of our own ego? One secret to living in peace is learning to simplify what is complicated, to receive everything with calm acceptance, and to savor every moment of joy, every breath of peace. Right here and now, simplify what is complex, and life becomes gentle. Do not complicate what is simple. No innocent heart is born with sorrow. Rain, then sunshine, sunshine, then rain. Life is always so. It is only when our hearts awaken into restlessness that pain begins. Watch everything flow with the current of time. Look, even in impermanence, peace still blooms beautifully. Joy, no matter how great, will pass. Pain, no matter how deep, will fade. Knowing this, do not be arrogant when success arrives. Do not drown when misfortune comes. Why do children cry so easily, yet rarely feel sorrow? Why do adults laugh so often, while tears echo quietly inside? The root of happiness lies in how we see people and the events of life. Train the mind to think in ways that nurture peace. In life, we cannot avoid being judged or mocked for our flaws. Instead of taking offense, learn to smile at your own imperfections. It shows you have mastered the art of being imperfect perfectly. Accepting yourself is the first step toward growing. Having a different opinion from others is normal. You do not need to change just because no one agrees with you, as long as your choices harm no one. And do not betray your conscience. You are already living correctly. Some people are granted more blessings than others. This is not anyone's fault. We simply must accept the truth that life is not always fair. But keep trying, keep moving toward your goals. If you do not reach the destination, at least you will arrive farther than where you began. Know also that you will never have everything you want. At each stage of life, you will long for something, and even when you have it, you will want more. What matters is learning to be content with what you already have. Only then will the heart rest lightly. Each day, we must choose what to hold on to and what to let go. Consider carefully before making any choice, so you will not waste time on things unworthy of your life. Everything has two sides, so do not believe too quickly in stories told from only one direction. Do not let the dazzling images on social media blind your eyes. Understand things deeply before placing your trust. Those who choose cunning ways may achieve success quickly, but only those who choose to be good can walk the long road with peace. Be a good person, no matter how unkindly life treats you, because being good lets you sleep soundly at night, with no fear that any wrongdoing of yours might one day be revealed. If you expect others to bring happiness to you, be assured you will be disappointed endlessly. Love life, love people without waiting for anything in return. In that way, you will always be at peace. Live so that your heart never feels ashamed. A lonely voice crossing a river, even if the flowers do not bloom for you. Why hope for streams to flow backward? Live fully this human journey. Joy or sorrow, gain or loss, they will all pass. Spring stirs the leaves, waiting for autumn to fall. Live to love, and live in ease. In this life, no matter how kind you are, not everyone will like you. No matter how good you live, some will praise and some will criticize. No matter how great your success, you cannot make everyone love you. Just be honest, be generous, and be true. Flowers come in countless shapes and colors, yet each one is free to bloom in its own way in life. Each person has a unique style. Why not lift each other up instead of bringing each other down? If something is worthy, cherish it. If it brings happiness, protect it. If someone makes you smile, stay close. If your heart is moved, let love flow. To be a person, easy yet not easy. To move thousands of hearts or manage the tongues of the world is never simple. To be a person, difficult yet not difficult. Just keep a kind heart, live gently, walk your own path. That is enough. A human life is not very long. Since we are already here, let us live beautifully. In life, many things do not succeed just because we wish them to. The sun does not stop rising because you are sad. The moon does not refuse to set because you are disappointed. Closing your eyes does not turn the world into darkness. Blurring another's vision does not make the light belong only to you. In this world, there are axes not sharp enough, but no blade of grass can make someone feel peace unless they choose it within. As children, happiness is simple. When grown, to live simply again. That is true happiness. To not waste this one life, do what you long to do, and love what your heart desires. Life disappoints because we expect too much. Dreams fade because they reach too far. We feel burdened because we carry too many feelings without speaking them. Some people cannot be forgotten because we cannot bear to let them go. Others must be forgotten because they were never worth remembering. Do not trust your eyes too much. Sometimes what you see is only what you wish to see, and what you dislike you have already overlooked. In truth, the one misunderstood loses nothing. It is the one who judges wrongly who loses the chance to know another's heart. We think we are in control of life, forgetting that life itself requires the cooperation of many. Do not trade the long future for short-term gain. Remember, anything gained at the cost of others will never last. Life is brief. There is no time for regret. Do not waste your heart on people or things that trouble you, not even for a minute. If the result is not yet here, smile and keep walking forward with courage. When meeting people in this life, offer warmth to those beside you amid storms and rain. Grant yourself a little optimism. If you know how to love life, if you learn to harmonize things gently, then joy and happiness will slowly spread outward. Life is not a race. It is a journey. A race cares about the finish line. A journey cares about the scenery. With a calm heart, every landscape becomes beautiful, no matter the challenges of today. Believe deeply, only yesterday cannot return, but tomorrow will surely come. A lifetime is like a bus ride toward our own resting place. No one can accompany us to the very end. Not family, not friends. If we are fortunate, someone will ride with us for a while. And when they must step off, even if it hurts, let us be grateful and wave goodbye, because at the next stop, someone else will join us. Coffee is bitter or sweet, depending on how much sugar you add, or whether you choose salt instead. Pain is not about forgetting. It lies in whether you have the courage to step past it and embrace something new. Life is like a cup of tea. The first sip may be bitter, but that is not the whole story. After the bitterness, there is always a gentle sweetness. We grow weary because we hesitate between holding on and letting go. Sometimes we understand, but the heart refuses to accept. Entering your life may be due to karma, but staying or leaving is the decision of each person involved. Not explaining brings peace. Not clinging opens the way. Not being perfect is what makes life real. Do not blame others. Do not mock anyone. Do not envy them. When the sun shines, warm yourself. When storms rise, find shelter. Follow your dreams. Walk the path you choose, and the world will be at peace in your heart. When someone intentionally hurts you, forgive them, but never trust them again. Forgiveness is for your own heart. Blind trust only gives someone another chance to wound you. Believe that people can change their mistakes, but let life itself be the proof. Even if life gives you 1,000 reasons to worry, find 100 stories that bring you joy. Even if the world is crying in sorrow, all you must do is keep a light and gentle heart. Let go of the people and things that trouble you. Live fully in the present moment. If you can care for yourself, not depend on others, and keep moving forward, you will surely see the light and the warmth that await you on the road ahead. In this life, each of us is walking our own quiet journey. There are moments of weariness, moments of joy, moments of uncertainty when we do not know how to take the next step. And yet, in the most natural way, we still grow. We still become strong. We still learn how to remain calm amid things that are not calm at all in the end. Happiness is not found in holding on to many things, but in loosening the burdens that weigh down the heart. Peace is not found in the places we search for, but in the way we choose to see life. And every smile we manage to keep in the middle of a storm is a gentle victory of the soul. Life is not long. Do not let small troubles dim the light within your heart. What has passed, let it pass. What remains, cherish it. Those who wish to leave, let them go with a quiet smile. Those who stay, hold them with sincerity. After all, may you live a soft, gentle life. No resentment, no sorrow, no blame, only love, gratitude, and slow, steady steps along the road ahead. For in the end, we are all travelers in this impermanent world. How far we walk does not matter. What matters is that each step carries the light of our own peace. May you be calm in the face of storms, strong when the heart feels weak, steady when life wavers, and happy in the way your heart desires. And if one day you grow tired, remember this: life will always be gentle to those who know how to be gentle with themselves.